Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be ranking every computer game I've ever played, and I will say it's not that many, so it won't take long. But first I'll show you a list of every game I've played, and then I'll start to order. Okay, so to start with, I play Switch mostly, so I don't have too many games on my Switch, but this is how many I've got. Um, and I just saw one that I forgot to add to my list. And I will also be talking about games I've played on my computer, games I've played on my Xbox, which I have from my friend. Gave me his old Xbox, and then also um, games that I've played on my phone, which is only one game or two games actually made it onto the list that I've played on my phone. Okay, so my top number one game of all time. Also, I ranked them as I wrote them out, so I don't have to list them and then rank them out. I just have done it already. So my top number one game is Minecraft, for sure. The amount of hours I've spent on Minecraft through coronavirus, as a child, through coronavirus, and even since then, like since I graduated high school, I have played that game like so many hours. I haven't played it recently because my MacBook doesn't run it anymore, and I don't have it on my Switch. But that is my number one game, and I don't think any game even comes close to beating that. For me, it's like obviously this is just my opinion, but for me, no game comes close to competing with that. Like that game, like it's like feels like a real world, and it's like just like the escapism that you can feel through that game is like unreal. So like, and the creativity you can express through that game is so good. So I really like it. Second on my list is Breath of the Wild because I just played it, and I think it's like the first game I've ever played where I'm like, damn, this could actually be as good as Minecraft. And I don't think it is, and I did just say that nothing competes with Minecraft, so I don't think that it is as good as Minecraft, but for me, but at the same time, considering it's a story game, I think because I don't love story games, or at least I didn't, but I do now. And I've just bought Tears of the Kingdom, but that's not on the list yet because I've only just started playing it. But Breath of the Wild is probably like definitely my second favorite game, competing with Minecraft. Like, Skate 3 is next. I love that game. Such a chill game to play. I wish it was on Switch. I'm not gonna add Skate to the list because that's not as good as Skate 3 in my opinion. I haven't played Skate 1 or 2. Dirt 4 is probably fourth on my list because I just love that game. Playing driving around in the snow and stuff is such like fun escapism. I played that on my computer, but my computer doesn't run it anymore, so I don't really play it anymore. Pumped BMX 3 I played on my phone as a child, which was so fun. I really like that game. And I do actually have the 3D version on my Switch, which is also a really good game. I forget what is it called. It's called Trail Boss BMX. Um, True Skate is another iPhone game that I played a lot as a kid. I really like that game. Same way I love Skate 3. CS:GO I played while before they took it off MacBook because I only have a MacBook, so but they took it off MacBook. But CS:GO, I used to play that with my friends, which was really fun for a bit. I'd promote my music on there a lot, and people would listen to it and then shit on it. So that was like really fun. I think the game itself I didn't love, but like the time I had on it was really fun. Um, MXGP3, just some random dirt bike game I have on my Switch, which is fun. Fortnite is only fun because it's playing with the friends, like playing with my friends, and meeting like new artists that I've worked with. I've like played Fortnite with them, and it's really fun, like to like make those connections. So yeah, Fortnite. Shout out Fortnite. Stardew Valley. That one's really fun. Kind of getting up there with too much brain power for me. Like, I just want to relax, and it's like a bit. It feels stressful to play, and I've heard other people say that as well. And I know that's controversial because I know it's a great game, but for me, it's stressful. I'm linking this all together as the Nintendo 64 on the Switch because it's just like the emulator. I link all those games together, but that's like what's next on my list. Wait, oh, hang on. Wait, it won't let me play in like a community setting. So Smash is like such a fun game to play with lots of people, or just like my friends. Mario Kart is another one, like pretty much just the same goes. Like, don't play it on your own, but if you're with your friends. It's so much fun to play. 2K, like the basketball game, I've played a little bit of. Wait, hang on, I'll check how many hours I have on it. I've played 105 hours of it. So yeah, that's a game I've played a fair bit actually. I've played that more than Breath of the Wild technically. So yeah, I guess I did really enjoy that game while I was playing it. I haven't played it forever though. So yeah, I think Switch. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna talk about this. Switch, don't buy that game for Switch. Like it sucks. They limit like everything like it hardly runs the game, and then they limit everything you can do, and so they limit what you can do. You can't play. At least I don't think you can play online without having the subscription, which is crazy. I do have the subscription at the moment, but I didn't when I was playing it, so like that just took away like a whole aspect of the game. I'm pretty sure. I also just sucked at the game. I just like couldn't play it. I don't know if you meant to play it on keyboard or mouse, but I was playing it on the Switch and it was hard. Like I just genuinely sucked. I suck at all games, but that game especially, I had a lot of trouble learning, and I was playing on easy mode, and I still sucked. And I was just playing the character development, like one where you like build a character up and like focus on only playing that character or that player, and I just like sucked at it. So but it was still a fun game. Obviously I sunk like 105 of my hours into it. So yeah, that was 64. No, that was 2K. And then these are very, very controversial to have in my dislike list. And I don't dislike them as games. I just didn't enjoy them myself. Like I'm scared to even say any of these out loud, because pretty much every single one of these is like insane to say, like that you don't like them, but I don't really care. So I'll just keep it honest. Like the first one is Hollow Knight. I couldn't play that. Like I genuinely really could not play that game. Like it was just so hard. It it was so beautiful to look at and run around, and the controls were so nice. But I got to, I think, like the fourth area, and it was out of my depths. Like, and it was so beautiful, but like I loved looking at it and like running around and looking at it. But it just got boring because I couldn't figure out. I didn't even know what to search on YouTube either. Like I couldn't find like the walkthroughs for each, like the walkthroughs were too hard for me to follow. So like that's how beyond that game is for me. So that is not a game for me. And I'm sorry to everyone that loves that game, because I'm sure it is a great game. And shout out Silksong, because that game looks even cooler. Tony Hawk, I played that while I was in hospital, and I'll say it was fun while I played it, I guess. But I was only playing it because I couldn't play Skate 3. So I'm like, I just really like open world, like the freedom of Skate 3, and I just like kind of was like jarred by the fact that it wasn't as fun as Skate 3. It wasn't as free as Skate 3. So yeah, that's like my reasoning for that. No hate to the game. Like I can see why it would be a fire game, especially if you grew up playing it at the time. Terraria is kind of like Hollow Knight, in the sense of like I just couldn't, like, I'm sorry, I just couldn't learn how to play it. Like I love Minecraft, but Terraria is beyond my knowledge. Like I couldn't even figure out how to build stuff. Like, and when I did, I built a huge house, and then I didn't know. I just kept dying, and it was frustrating me. The 2D was frustrating me. I couldn't get my head around it. So, yeah, that's Terraria. My experience with Terraria. These both are interesting. Sonic and Shadows Generations. I don't know what influenced me to buy this game. I think because it looked cool. Like the visuals of it looked cool. The 3D kind of running around and stuff. So I got it and made a music video with the clips I took in it. So I guess it was worthwhile. But overall I sucked at the game, basically. So I disliked it because I sucked at it and I wasn't having fun. I was just getting frustrated. I don't put that down to the game's design, because I've heard great things about the game. I put that down to the common denominator of me just not being good at gaming. Again, same goes with this game, which is Okami. I tried to play it. It was a beautiful, beautiful illustrations, beautiful graphics, beautiful movements and controls. The dog was fun, to play as the dog. I think it was a dog, or a wolf, but again, I got stuck and lost, and I think I got bored, which it's shameful to say, because I know that it's a great game because I've heard such great things about it, but I'm just saying, my personal experience, I didn't enjoy it. So that's my experience with Okami. My cousin put me onto that game, who's actually a game designer, so and yeah, so I'm sure it's a great game. I'm sure it's beyond great. Yeah. These are the games I want to play next. Obviously Tears of the Kingdom, I'm already playing that. My friend was telling me about some Arkham game from Batman. That sounds cool. CS2, I really want to play CS2, but I can't until I get a new laptop that isn't a Mac. So once I do that, I will be able to play CS2 and try it out, because I haven't played it yet, but it looks fun. Stardew Valley, I want to get back into that and play more of that. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, I want to say. I downloaded that accidentally, and so yeah, now I've got that, and I can't get a refund for it, so I am gonna play that at some point, because why not? And it's 2 players, so I might play it with my friend when I'm in Europe. Echoes of Wisdom looks fun. Or whatever one you play as Zelda, I kind of want to play that. That looks fun. Death Stranding, maybe. It looks kind of scary because it's a horror game, I believe. I don't actually know, but I believe it's a horror game, so that'd be kind of scary. Super Mario, I want to try some of the Super Marios because I never played them as a kid. Maybe some of the Pokemon games, not the new one, because that shit looks ass, but maybe the popular ones, the main ones that are really popular. Is it Arceus or Black and Gold? I am actually so disturbingly uneducated in the field of Nintendo Switch and Pokemon in particular. Although I did love Pokemon as a kid, so I would also find it cool to play some of the old Pokemon games that I used to have, except who knows if they're even on Switch. I highly doubt they are. Another thing I want to get is a Switch 2 eventually, when they release new colorways for it, because I think it's ugly. I think it's really ugly, and I have this, which looks so nice with the pink and the green. So I if they release new Joy-Cons for it, I will definitely save up for it eventually, because it is so expensive as well. But considering it's my main console, and I am getting more into gaming as I get older, I do think that I will eventually buy one, because it does just look like a cool console. But